Thank you, Director of Ceremonies, Advocate Bok, the co-chair of this Binational Commission, and President of the Republic of Botswana, Vice President of the Republic of Namibia, and all of us present here. We are now approaching the conclusion of the second Botswana-Namibia Binational Commission. We have had thorough discussions on matters which were before us. We are here delegated by our citizens, and this is now the time for us that as we go back to our respective offices, we have to count for what they have sent us here for. This gathering definitely has been very extraordinary, serving as a key moment in strengthening the ties between our two countries. It is inspiring to reflect on how our discussions have went, and definitely they will improve on our bilateral relations, and it will definitely open new opportunities for our cooperation. The 5 days we have been here, I can see they have been very productive, from the sessions of our senior officials and experts to the meeting of the ministers and our meeting today. The comprehensive report that was presented to us by our ministers was very vital, as it represents as a roadmap by outlining where we should go in our bilateral cooperation. It highlighted the achievements and the areas where we need improvement. And I sincerely want to thank our ministers and our senior officials or civil servants for their hard work and dedication. We acknowledge our accomplishment, but we know we are facing challenges, and we must make sure that we implement what we have agreed here. The 8th Memorandum of Understanding we have signed during this session represents a significant deepening of our partnership and clear expression of our collective, and we are expected to implement them in order to make sure that our cooperation makes or adds value to what we want to do for our people. These cooperations range from energy, resources. We talk about employment creation. It's about science and technology. It's about innovation. It's very holistic. We are talking of everything that we need in order to serve our people better. I must specifically say I'm encouraged by our discussions on our natural resources beneficiation. because for too long, Africa has been allowing her natural resources to leave the continent unprocessed. By implication, exporting labor of our young people to other continents. We have agreed to work together in order to ensure that our natural resources remains in our continent for the benefit of our people. The documents we have agreed, we have set timelines. And for our ministers, these timelines, you proposed them, we endorsed them. The fact that you propose them is because you know you are able to work within those time frames. And there should be no excuse. As heads of state, we will play our part. And our part is to give you political support. You have it. You have our political support. If there's anything that's getting into your way, come to us. So we want you to be on top of everything and to ensure that these agreements we have signed are implemented. That's the only way we can account for the resources the people of the two countries have spent on us. We are here, we came here, we traveled on airplanes, we are sleeping in hotels, we are working in air-conditioned rooms like these ones, but this is not our money, it's taxpayers' money. And that's why we must deliver as they expect. Mr. President, as I conclude, with all expectation and belief that our ministers, our civil servants are not going to let us down. They will perform, they will deliver, and next time when we meet, we will only acknowledge the good work which is done. I really want to thank you once again for accepting our invitation and for your leadership, your friendship, and commitment for our two countries to work together in order to bring about shared prosperities to our two nations. I have to thank you for having accepted last night to participate and to view with me a documentary film that is based on my life. But as we have all seen, it represents the whole of Namibia, the aspiration of the Namibian people, and exactly as you mentioned at the beginning, that there is high expectation from our citizens from this administration. It was obvious last night on the film. People in the rural Namibia, the way they were talking. So therefore, we have a task to perform. We must continue to work together and let this binational commission be a platform not just for planning, but a platform for execution. As I look forward to the third session of our Binational Commission, which will be hosted in the Republic of Botswana in 2027, I reaffirm Namibia's commitment to ensure that the set objectives are achieved. Together, let us light the way towards a prosperous future for our nations, characterized by shared success and lasting friendship. As you have rightly said, Mr. President, and all delegates, to celebrate the success of our meeting and express our appreciation for your visit, it's my great pleasure to invite you, dear brother, and your delegation to a luncheon hosted in your honor. With this, thanking each and every one of you, it's now my privilege to declare the second session of the Binational Commission between Botswana and Namibia officially closed. And thank you very much.
Wow, what a wisdom and powerful words from a brave African mother, the President of Namibia, Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. My dear lovely family, brothers and sisters, fellow Africans, first of all, let me salute you in the name of Pan-Africanism and take this opportunity to welcome you in this video where we are going to share and to discuss the alliance between Namibia and Botswana. When these presidents came to power, starting with Her Excellency Madam Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, came to power last year, she looked a champion of Pan-Africanism. First of all, when she's swearing as a president, she refused to travel to Europe and the America and Asian countries. What she did is to travel across Africa. She started visiting Botswana. She went to Zambia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, and South Africa. The thing that is different with other leaders, we remember when the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, elected, even before swearing in, he went to Paris to rest. Just imagine, you can see the difference. But Madam Netumbo, when she came to power, she decided to travel across Africa to send the message of hope, of unity. The same to President Boko when he came to power. And today, some of Africans are calling him a Southern Traveler. And he said clearly that he wants to do what Traoré has done in Burkina Faso. So these leaders right now, after seeing that SADC and African leaders, some of them political leaders, are not willing to unite, they have decided to come together to form a binational commission where these leaders or these countries will collaborate. As you know, Namibia is right now has discovered oil and is producing uranium and natural gas. The same to Botswana. Botswana is famous for diamond. So if these countries with resources that they have can come together and unite, they can become a superpower. And this is what we have seen also in the alliance of Sahel states. When ECOWAS looks like is working for the interest of the West, being controlled by France, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso decided to take their own path, the way we see in Namibia and Botswana. Yes, they are within SADC, but it looks like SADC leaders are not ready for working together. These countries have decided to take a different path for joining and coming together. They have a project called Trans-Kalahari Railway, where these countries will be connected. Also, they want to connect the pipe, a line of gas and oil that will connect Botswana and Namibia. So you can see those are mega projects. And these things can occur and can be achieved if these countries are coming together. So they have seen the importance of coming together, starting to what our founding fathers stated and told us to do. Right now, we see the new wave of revolutionary leaders. You know, sometimes we need leaders who are doers. Of course, President Boko is calling himself a doer, not a doubter. So he has decided to do it and to be a doer. And this is a good news and good thing for the people of Africa, because we have been waiting. I don't know whom we are waiting for, because all of us, we know that unity is our salvation. With the unity, we can be strong and we can achieve many things. And division is making us weak. We know very well. And of course, recently I shared the video of President William Ruto when he was speaking during the COMESA. He spoken good things, but I questioned why we have good leaders who are providing good speeches in good English, but why we are not a good doers. We are not good actor. We don't act what we are saying. We have good plans. If you open on shelves and cupboards of African heads of states, or when you go to different parts of this continent, you find we have good plans, but we are not implementing. Right now, we are talking about Africa Continental Free Trade Area. Ask ourselves, which things we are going to trade with? We don't have single currency. We are going to trade with US dollar or with euro. We don't have industries. Which goods are we going to supply? Which services are we going to supply? But if we can come together, we can strategize. We can give each other opportunity that you, Namibia, you have oil. Supply oil to the southern part of the continent. Maybe supply your oil to Namibia, to South Africa, and also Botswana and Zimbabwe. Tanzania and also Mozambique has oil. So we can, Tanzania, you can supply oil, or natural gas to Kenya, Ethiopia, as well as Somalia. You, Mozambique, you can supply to Rwanda. If we can move like that, this continent in the near future can become a superpower. But because of division, that's why things are not happening. So I'm very happy to see things have started to happen. This is what we call serialization of Africa. When I came with the idea of serialization of Africa, some said this things is good, but it will not happen. I know it is difficult to happen because of division among ourselves, but let us preach this thing. Let us preach unity. Let us push integration, because without integration, even these things that we are doing, we are going nowhere. We cannot compete with China in industries. We cannot compete with America militarily. But if we can come together, we can challenge China, we can challenge Russia, we can challenge America. Without coming together, we are going nowhere. And I want to caution Africans. Right now, there's these things of deportees being distributed in different parts of the continent. We need to be vigilant. We need to be careful. These people, sometimes they send spies to come and see what we are doing. And from there, they understand how they can hijack and how they can divide us. So we need to be vigilant. So, but I've seen some countries rejected. For instance, Botswana, no, sorry, not Botswana. Burkina Faso has rejected that offer, but other countries have accepted. Rwanda, Eswatini, and you see, if you look at the map of Africa, you see Ghana has accepted. Ghana is located into West Africa. So if those people are spying, they can spy the whole West Africa from Ghana. Also, Rwanda has accepted. Look at the location of Rwanda. Rwanda is in the almost middle of the continent. It looks like east, but it's not east. It is in the middle or in the center of the continent. You are talking about Congo. You are talking about all of those two Congo Brazzaville and Congo Kinshasa, Burundi. So Rwanda is there, and Tanzania, of course. Also South Sudan. If you talk about South Sudan, you're talking about Sudan, South Sudan itself, Ethiopia there, Somalia, and of course Tanzania there, Kenya. Others, Eswatini. Look at the location of Eswatini. We're talking about southern part. We're talking about South Africa. We're talking about Botswana. We're talking about Namibia. So those people are being deported to those countries. So I'm saying this to warn our leaders to be vigilant, that we need those amounts because we have been offered money. We need those amounts, but we need to be vigilant. So apart from that, lovely family, brothers and sisters, let us now back to the issue of collaboration between Botswana and, of course, just alliance between Botswana and Namibia. This is a new revolution. So to those who thought things will not happen, and slowly but slowly, we are going to integrate. One day you will hear leaders across the continent are coming together. Even half of the continent, if they can decide to come together and form a united or alliance, it will be better. We wish other leaders, other countries to join Botswana and Namibia. Of course, we have seen in the western part, the alliance of Sahel states. We want other countries to join. For instance, Chad, of course, Togo, Benin, it looks like under control France. Cote d'Ivoire is under control France. But we wish when maybe these leaders, puppet leaders, when they will move out of power and get new leaders who are Pan-Africanist, these countries will take the right steps or right decisions. Because right now, it looks like it is difficult for us to come together. And Namibia and Botswana has shown that it is possible. So right now, South Africa has left behind. And we know this South Africa looks like a puff and is controlled by others. So South Africa will not accept, to join this alliance because South Africa is controlled by minority white people. And we have seen America has interest to South Africa. That's why you saw President Ramaphosa being tried to make things okay when he visited Trump into White House. And of course, America still pushing pressure for South Africa not to take the land. So other countries are still under control, but we hope other countries will join the same suit or will follow the same suits that we have seen in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, and now in Namibia and Botswana. So this is a good and light move to our leaders, to our continent. We want to share resources because Namibia, as you heard, has oil, natural gas, uranium. So how can Namibia itself benefit without including members or neighbors? It is better for neighbors to be part of those beneficiaries of resources. Because if we don't do so, Europeans are coming, Chinese are coming, and these things are going out. So it's better for we Africans to see the importance of coming together. If you look at the population of Namibia and Botswana, it does not exceed 6 million people. But look what they have: natural gas, trillions cubic meters, uranium, diamond, all are richness. But look at the life of the people of Namibia. Look at the life of the people of Botswana. They're still poor, but they have resources. So the only solution is for them to come together. And I support and I appreciate and salute our leaders in southern part of the continent for coming together. So of that, my dear lovely family, I have no more to share. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. This is the continuation of Sahelization of Africa. Sahelization means induction, alliance of Sahel states in across the continent of Africa. So at that, I have no more to share. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for being part of this revolution. Have a nice time. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.